Once again, I want to bless the name of the living God for another session we are going to have today. I welcome you in the name of the Lord Jesus. And I pray that the Lord God will give you your desired home that will glorify God in the name of the Lord Jesus. For some weeks we have been speaking on live to cleave. This is found in Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. That a man will leave his father and mother and cleave and join to his wife, and together they will be. And marriage is a lifelong commitment, and that's why everybody must be very, very sure that God is leading you before you go into it. For some of us, we are asking, we have been speaking, how do you even find out you go into it? What do you need to do? The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 22, that whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. How do you find a wife? I know that may be what, well, we have seen many homes that started very, very well. But the moment, after some months, you have problems, serious problems in the home. That the love they shared before will break down. They begin to fight, they begin to beat themselves until they cannot handle themselves again and to go. And you begin to wonder, where was the love they shared before? What really happened? How come that girl that you say you love, the two of you are always holding yourself, you are always working together, you now get to marry and you begin to discover some things about yourselves. And you say, come, did I make mistake? Yes, it's possible you have made a mistake. But the Bible, whosoever findeth a wife, it means for you to pick a person that you want to bring and live the rest of your life together, you must find. Finding is hard work. Finding is a process. Finding is to search. How do you search? You don't search by looking at the face. She's beautiful. What kind of car does he use? What kind of family does he come from? Does he have this in his bank account? No. You find on your knees. When God created you, God created somebody from your bone, from your flesh. And it is that person that the two of you are meant to live the rest of your life together. It is that person that the two of you are supposed to fulfill the purpose of God for yourself. When God created you for a purpose. And he gave you support. There's a helpmate, a help that is compatible with you for the two of you to fulfill God's purpose. You need to find. You don't just think you want to find. How do you find? Number one, you need to start early. Starting early means it is not when you want to get married. You begin to search. You need to start early by praying. When God created you, there was somebody outside there. The way the world is, we have about 7 billion people. You are allowed to marry only one, and that one person is within the 7 million people. And so looking at faces, you cannot. But when you go back to the one that has placed that person there, it is that God that can show you that person. And so when you go back to God in prayers, God will show you the person you are supposed to marry. Now, God can show you by revelation. God can show you through people. God can show you when you have the peace of mind with the person you are going with. It's a way of God telling you this is the person. But even when God is showing you through somebody, you must confirm with God before you accept that person. I always tell parents, begin to pray for your children from the womb. And continue to pray until they have brought that person. Even when they have brought the person to you, you still need to pray to confirm. But one person, one boy or one girl can just come from outside and scatter the home you have been building all these years. And that's why it's very, very important for you to take your children to God and their life partner. Marriage is a life issue. It's not something you do and you drop. Once you have entered into it, you have entered into it. There's no divorce in Christianity. God says he hates divorce. And you, young man, young woman, begin to pray now. Go to God. There's somebody outside there that God wants you to live the rest of your life with. You must find that person. Since when you find that person, you find favor with God. It is when you find that person, you find peace with God. It is when you find that person, you find the kind of life you want to live. The purpose God created you for will be fulfilled, and you will enjoy yourself throughout your life. When you are searching, you do not look at physical appearance. Physical appearance can fail. A beautiful person, I can imagine the way I looked when I was about 16. I can imagine the way I looked when I was about 40. Now all my hairs, they are white. I was very strong. I was a footballer. But today, I can't even run from here. I can't run 1 kilometer. I walk now. I can't run. That person that you think very, very beautiful today, you will always see somebody that will be beautiful again. If that is what you are looking for. And physical appearance will fade. Beauty will fade. The only thing that cannot fade is the love and the love and the glory of God in the life of a person and what God has given to you. If that point is the point that God has given to you, even till you die, if that point is 100 years, he will still be the most beautiful and handsome person to you. Do not marry a person because of his or societal or financial status. Don't look at the fact that the father is a governor, the uncle is a senator. What about the governor? He has at most 80 years to live to be the governor. Senator, as many years as possible, eventually will leave the place. What happens? Position, status can change. A person that is a multi-millionaire today, we know what stock exchange did to many people. They committed suicide. If that was why you married that person and it happened that way, what would you have done? So don't think that is the thing you need to do. If you are going to marry, do not choose a person who God is not leading you to. Make sure it is God that is leading you. And just like I've said, it is done in the place of prayer. For you to pray, it is not when you want to get born again. When you want to marry, if you do not recognize the voice of God before, the devil will speak to you. In fact, if you are a child of God and God actually has a plan for your life, the devil will want to thwart that life and he want to plant a counterfeit in your life. And that is why you must be sure that God is the one that is leading you. And that's the place of serious fellowship. You must be born again. You must have a relationship with God. He said, my sheep, they hear my voice. I know my sheep and the sheep, they know me. They recognize my voice and I recognize them. You can only hear from God if you have been speaking to him, he's been speaking to you before. But when you begin to pray for, you want to hear from God, when you have not been, you don't have a relationship with him, you don't have a pattern of hearing from him before, you can be hearing your mind speaking to you. You can be hearing the voice of beauty, the voice of money, or the voice of the devil. So what you need to do is to build a relationship with God. It's not coming to church. It's having a personal encounter. Something that you know that God is your father. You have given your life to him. He's speaking to you. You are speaking to him. You are praying. And you are ready to obey him. Even when what he's telling you, the girl God is telling you may not be the girl that you want you like at all. You may be thinking of the beauty, the color, fear. God may be telling you it's a black woman. Just be ready to obey God. God bless you. As you are searching, you will find. Because the Bible says, whoever seek will find. As you are asking, the Lord will give unto you, he will answer you. You will not marry counterfeit that will destroy your home. And unfortunately, if you are married and you have problem with your wife, God can still restore your home. You just need to come back to God and submit that house and that home to God. God bless you.